Okay. Hi, you all. This is Eman Booze, and this here is my son-in-law, Big B. And now, Big B, the B stands for beer. But you know, Eman Booze trying to get him more into the booze side of things, or the bourbon side of things. So we're going to have to change the meaning of the letter B. But in any event, that's Big B. Alright, now, what we're going to do tonight is, we're going to taste this here Buffalo Trace 2012 Experimental Collection 19-year-old giant French oak barrel bourbon. Now, what they did here was, this is kind of amazing. First, let me say this first here. Buffalo Trace is sitting on about 1,500 experimental barrels. So they're always trying different things, whether they're changing up the mash bills, the chars on the barrel, how long they're aging them, you know, whatever they're doing, they're always experimenting so they can bring us the best of what they can possibly make. So that's what they're doing. Now, every so often they release these little 375 milliliter bottles of the experimental collection. And in this case here, here's what this one is. This was only one barrel. And this barrel here was distilled on January 27, 1993. And it was bottled on June 28, 2012. So it was 19 years, 5 months before they put it in the bottle. That's a pretty old bourbon right there. But here's the difference about what they did in here. Here's where the experimental part comes in. Instead of the normal 53-gallon barrel that most bourbons put in, they used a big old 135-gallon French oak barrel. And that barrel is a big barrel, obviously. But what they found was that they lost a lot less of the spirit through evaporation over the 20 years than if they did using a standard 53-gallon barrel. Because you see, with the 53-gallon barrel, they might lose about 50-55% of the spirit. This one here says the evaporation rate was only 34.8. So that's a good thing right there. Now they proofed it down to 90 proof, went in the barrel at 135, or the entry proof was 129.8. Okay, it was chill filtered down to 90%. But let's check it out. Let's see what we think. Big B, pick up your glass and let's give this thing a fair shake here. It's beautiful. What you think of that color, man? This is like great. Dark as hell, isn't it? It's real nice. Real deep copper, isn't it?
It's nice.
It's real deep copper. Nice and clear, too. That's a chill filter in those, so that's going to make it clear. Let's give it a nose, see what we think. What you think? Ooh, what you getting off of that thing there?
I'm just getting a buttery pie crust.
Like a pie crust?
Like a brown sugar molasses pie crust.
That's a pretty good description. You get a ton of brown sugar in this. You agree with that? You get just a massive amount of brown sugar. But you picking up anything else? How about any fruit, anything like that?
I got grape.
A little bit of grape.
See,
I'm getting more like a dark blackberry or a cherry note almost. I'm not picking up too much wood in this thing here, are you?
Nah, not in the smell at all. No.
And that's funny, because something 19 years in a barrel should have a lot. Now let me say this too. This is only, the barrel char is the number 3 char, which isn't quite as charred as dark as some of the other barrels that you do. So it's a lighter char, but in a big barrel, I don't know, maybe just don't have as much of the char expression coming out in it, but I don't hardly even smell the oak, do you?
Not at all.
It's beautiful though. I ain't never even smelled anything that's like this before, have you?
It changes every sniff.
Yeah, every sniff it's like changing up. Let's give it a taste, see what we think. Mmm. Now that's crazy.
There's the wood.
There's the wood, right?
Yeah.
exactly what I was thinking. I couldn't smell the wood. I didn't smell too much of the char. I ain't smelling the rye, and it is a rye mash bill. I ain't smelling the rye. I ain't smelling the wood, but I'm tasting the rye.
Tasting the wood.
That is just crazy.
Yeah, completely different.
Look, neither one of us ever had anything like this here before. So, for the experiment, I think the experiment went well. Me personally, because I would drink this any day of the week. This here is so damn complex. Oh, you know what I just picked up in here? I got a note of marshmallow in here. It smelled like those, what you call them, campfire marshmallows in the bags. You know what I'm talking about.
Toasted marshmallow.
Or like a can of that fluff or something.
Right.
I smell it. I really do. I just can't pick up the wood. I can't pick up the. I can't pick up the oak notes. It's crazy. Oh, now I just got a little hint of anise in the background. This is incredible. This is incredible. We stumped on this one here. I mean, we've been drinking bourbon for a while here now, and we can't figure it out. But whatever they did with this experiment, it wasn't no Frankenstein experiment. It's working good for us here, and hopefully the few people that had a chance to try it, I hope they liked it as well. And I hope Buffalo Trace is watching, because if they ever put a bottle out like this all the time that we could get, I'd be buying it.
I'd be buying it.
You'd be buying it too? I even got a little bit of burnt orange in here just now.
Every time I lift my glass, it's something different.
Yep. It's like a chameleon whiskey right here. I don't know what's going on with it. Alright, so that's this thing here. We can't figure it out all the way. Maybe we ain't supposed to figure it out. It's up and above and beyond us, but in any event, it's great. And that's why we like Buffalo Trace. You know, all the other stuff they make, the Pappy Van Winkles and you know, the George Staggs and the W.L. Weller's and everything else that they make at Buffalo Trace. These guys, they're on a game right here. So only thing we can say is we're going to keep drinking this stuff, and we're going to keep trying, experiencing all these things, and we're going to keep having fun with it. On that note, I'm Eman Booze. This is Big B. You can catch me on Twitter, Facebook, at Eman Booze, and I'm just starting to get hooked up here with MainStreetDistilleries.com. I'm going to be writing the monthly Distillery of the Month reviews for them, and so we having a lot of fun like always. And on that note, be cool and bye, you all.